So you want to make lo-fi. Well great, that's what my entire channel is about. Lo-fi is a genre that isn't really like any others. You just put it on the background, do something productive, play games, just block everything else out around you. Sometimes you'll see lo-fi on some of those playlists like lo-fi beats to study to. I mean, that's how I found out about lo-fi. I instantly loved it and I wanted to start making it. In this video, I'm not going to teach you how to become a master lo-fi producer. The things I'm going to teach you in this video are hopefully going to be really easy. So the first step of making lo-fi is you need a DAW. That just means a digital audio workstation. Now there are some free DAWs online, but you can download the free demo of FL Studio if you want to follow along. FL Studio is my main DAW and my most preferred DAW. Once you've got your DAW open, we'll start off with the tempo. Lo-fi is a slow genre, so I recommend choosing a tempo anywhere between 60 to 90 BPM. I'm going to go with 90. Now let's get into the chords. I'm going to use the Lab Soft Piano. It's completely free and it's on their website. I'll leave it in the description below. And I'll just raise the volume up a bit so I can hear it better. Typically in lo-fi, 7th chords are used, sometimes known as jazz chords. A 7th chord is basically just a combination of a triad and an interval of a 7th. You don't need to know music theory for this, I will teach you how to make them. It's actually pretty easy in FL Studio. So the way you do it in FL Studio is you click this piano roll options drop down, you go to helpers, scale highlighting, and then you have all of these options. We're just going to go with major, and you want to click the drop down again, helpers, select C. We'll just start in C major. And once you've selected that option, you'll then see the notes in the piano roll are both black and white. For now, we're just going to use the white notes. So we're going to place a note here, and you see that white spot? Just skip it, and then we'll place one in the other one. Then we skip the next one, place another, skip the next one, place another. And that's the 7th chord. It's very easy. Then you just place notes in the other white spots next to it, and hopefully you just get a nice chord progression. Now we'll just play it and see how it sounds. I think that sounds pretty good. All you want to do now is drag your pattern into your playlist, and there you go, you've got your chords. Now we need bass. Now adding a bass to your chords is actually very easy. So first we're going to want to choose a bass. Now what you can do is go to the left hand side, select packs, instruments, bass, and then use the acoustic bass. Acoustic bass is actually really nice for lo-fi, but for me I'm going to use a different bass. I'm going to use Cymatic's Eternity, which is actually a really good sample pack. It's free and I'll leave the link to it in the description below. We're just going to choose the first bass guitar because why not? And now we need to work on the notes. Now the notes for the bass is actually really easy. All you have to do is go back into your piano chords, select all of the bottom notes, the root notes, copy them over to your bass, and that's pretty much it. Obviously you can make your bass more complex, but just for this video, we're going to make it very simple and use the root notes of the chord progression. Now you might be able to hear that these two notes are actually overlapping. It's very easy to fix that. All you want to do is select your bass, click on this, and then you want to drag these 4 down, and you want to drag this one up. And now you see when I press this note on the piano, it doesn't sustain. It will only last for how long I'm actually pressing the note down for. So once we've got that down, we can just go straight into drums. Now drums aren't actually that hard to make. If you want to, you can use a drum loop. There's actually a few in this sample pack I have, Cymatic's Lo-Fi Toolkit. It's free and I'll also leave it in the description below. But I'm not going to use any loops, I'm just going to make some drums by myself. I'm going to be using some drums from this Lo-Fi Drums Volume 1, which is also free. We'll just choose a few nice drums. And I'm going to choose some drums from the Lo-Fi Toolkit by Cymatic's as well. Now once you've got all your drums, don't make it too complex. It's lo-fi, so you want it to be pretty simple. I'll just make some drums that I think sound okay. Now that we've got the drums, we'll just see how everything sounds together. It could be better, but it will do. Now we'll go into melody. Now when I was making my melody, all I did was I just played some notes on my piano until it just sounded good, really. Now you don't need a MIDI keyboard to make a melody. You can use the drop down, go to helpers, select the key that your chords are in, and then just place notes in the white spaces until you get something that sounds nice. Anyway, I'll show you what I've got. I think it sounds okay. Now we've pretty much got all of the elements for the lo-fi song, but we're just missing one thing, and that's the imperfections. Now by imperfections, I mean the vinyl crackle and the electronic noise that you usually hear in lo-fi. This effect is to make it sound like the song's being played out of a cassette player or a vinyl player. Now I'm going to use this plugin called Cymatic's Origin, which is free, link in the description of course. But in this plugin you can choose from many different presets, and it already has a built-in preset called lo-fi. It sounds okay, but personally I'm just going to tweak it a bit to my liking, and now we'll just have a listen to it. I think that sounds pretty good. Now we'll just bring all the pieces back together, and there's your lo-fi. Now at this point, you can just leave it there, or you can add some extra stuff if you wanted to, like a second melody, maybe a chord change, anything like that. Now I know this video wasn't amazing and you can probably make a better song than me, but like I said, this is just meant to be simple, it's just to get you started in lo-fi production. Anyway, that's my tutorial. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments below. Try and answer them. If you have any video ideas, any other genres you want me to make, just let me know, and I'll try my best to make them.